Glock. I just really wanna dance with my 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 Glock out. If she bad, fuck around and pull my cock out. I mean, goddamn, shawty, what else could I brag about? I pay no mind to the beat, but I'm a cash cow. Okay, now wait a minute, wait a goddamn minute. I Cupid shuffle till the fucking magazine is finished. I think you niggas need to recognize I'm gon' replenish. I got that phone 5 spinning, but the 9 is timid. Okay, gotta break it out of shell. Give these niggas hell. Only time I'm dancing when these bands stack themselves. Get it by myself, or get it with some help. Passive on the mic is like a classic on the shelf. I fucking dance, hit my step. Left, yeah. Right foot, click, clack, booming out the barrel. Coming for my spot, you should stop. This is not a Smith and Wesson.
Hola, hola, hola. I'm Pair-A-Dyce, and I'm live. Maybe I should have planned some ambient music or something. I'm without co-host today. Everybody has bailed due to personal reasons. But I'm here, and I'm preparing to mix a track that was sent to me by AWOL featuring Raystanz. I haven't heard it yet. I haven't listened to it. I haven't opened the file. Don't know what's inside of it. Hopefully, something worthwhile and entertaining. But I guess we'll find out once we get going. How's everybody doing tonight? Or I guess depending on what time zone you're in. It's tonight where I'm at. Good. All right. Well, as I'm going through mixing stuff, I'll be. Oh, my mic is cutting out. Okay. What about now? Is that better? Am I clear? Am I coming through? Am I audible? I did spend a couple hours last night. It's the same. All right, hold on. There's background noise. Okay. In that case, what kind of background noise? Is it like white noise? Or is it noise that's interfering with the vocals? It sounds like a printer. What in the world could that be? What up, Bruce? Here, I don't need this, so let me close that. What else could sound like a printer? It might be your mic. Yeah, Bruce, do you hear some noise on my end? Because I'm trying to make sure. I spent like a couple hours last night fiddling with my setup in order to figure out how to get this to work. And after several attempts at about 2 a.m., I finally came to a conclusion that has apparently worked. It's cutting in and out every second. All right. Let me do this then. Let me do. All right, I'm sure you can probably hear me better now. Cool. All right, so whenever I'm actually mixing, I'll just have to switch the source. But let me know. Well, I guess let me load up this session first, and then we'll see. Let me test some shit out. No, it doesn't really help, but you know, it's part of the job, I guess. So I don't fucking know. Just work here. All right. Oh, you know what? I think I know why. Nah, never mind. I'm not gonna get into all that. All right. So, share screen. Window. Window. Nah, entire screen. All right. So I got a little complicated setup today. I have two interfaces that are physical and one virtual interface that you see up on the screen. So that is how I'm trying to route audio out of Pro Tools through an interface to a virtual interface to you all. But I also have the interface that Pro Tools is running out of, and then that's running into the interface. So yeah, it's a little bit complicated, but we'll figure it out as we go. So the main thing is if it's cutting in and out, let me know. I'll click a few buttons and we'll try to figure it out. Otherwise, let's get started. So I have a session that was sent to me from AWOL. Let's see what it is. Appropriately, this is called Garbage File featuring Raystanz. All right, so I'm in Pro Tools. I'm gonna start a session up. I know a lot of people always talk about working from templates and stuff. I don't really have a template per se. I mean, I have a template, but it's really just predefined tracks and stuff that you'll see when it loads up. So I was talking to Almighty VA last night about this, but he says sometimes that whenever he gets a beat, he has to turn the beat down. One thing that I noticed, I don't know, over the last 6 to 12 months is just starting a session in 16-bit depth and a 44.1 sample rate. Usually when I master, I put it at 48 and 24, but kind of what he was talking about, whenever I do that, I tend to have occasionally some beats that are just super loud in comparison to vocals. But ever since I've reverted back to just 1644, it's been pretty consistent. Also, a lot of people are typically recording in this anyway. So, and we'll see when we load up these files here. One way you can tell what most people are using in or what people actually recorded their session in. So this is called Garbage File. Give it a name. Oh, wait, I should probably have this window up in case y'all are chatting at me. Hefty misery. You need to be banned. Hold on. Right. Oh, there they're gone. Okay. All right, cool. All right. Oh, wait, that's my channel. Ah, shit. Hold on. 1 second. That's not on the White Collar Rhymes channel. Well, I know how Scarlett is doing. How's everybody else doing tonight? While I ban this person from my channel. There we are. Why can I not ban? Show mod icons. God damn it. Oh, here we go. Delete message, ban. There we go. Boom. All right. So, garbage file, location. Where is this going? Where is my pop-up? All right. So every time I get something new from somebody, I put it in a folder. So every time I mix something from someone, it goes somewhere. That way I don't hopefully lose track of all the stuff that people have sent me. All right, so Pro Tools is going to fire up my template, so to speak, and it's real simple. I have a click track just so I can set the metronome if I need to align some stuff. Beat is where I usually drop the beat. Main vocals, highlights left and right, ad libs, and then just some slots for the hook. The main mix comes in here. I have some send channels for reverb, delay, auto tune. I use those sparingly. I mean, if I need to send everything to that, they'll go there. But otherwise, sometimes I'll just do it track per track basis, just depending on um, how complicated this gets. Oh, let's see. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, graffiti documentaries. All right, so let's fire up the. Also, so speaking about templates again, I mix everything kind of one for one. I have like a starting point for EQ and compression, but I change these with every single track. I don't because every single track is going to come in slightly different. Even if the person records on the same gear, same setup, same place, it still sounds slightly different each time because maybe they were sick one week, maybe they were excited the next week. So I treat every recording like a different child, so to speak. I don't just find some preset plugin to pop in and press the magic button. Maybe it's more work for me, but it also forces me to learn what I'm doing. And technically, I may not know all the terminology, but at least I can navigate around and know what sound I'm looking for. So screw you guys. Why am I so tiny? Put some respect on my name. There we go. All right, let's load up these files. First, I need to save them. So I'm saving this in the folder that I just created for this session. And again, I apologize if y'all ask me questions and I'm slow to respond. I should probably have another screen open somewhere. Here, let me just move this here. That way you guys can bitch at me. I can see beat says it's 87. Okay, we'll find out. We'll figure that out pretty quickly. All right, so let's import some audio. So we go to our folder, garbage file. I've extracted everything here. Let's see. All right, so here's pretty quickly how you can tell what's going on with the file. So this says it's at a sample rate of 44.1, bit depth of 24. Pro Tools will automatically tell you whether it can be added into the session or if it needs to do some conversion. If I had done this properly instead of kind of rushing, I would have dragged this into the proper audio folder and I would click add. But so right now, let me show you what I mean. So I put the zip file here just in the garbage file base folder. All the audio files that Pro Tools uses is going to be located here. So the difference being, if I click on this beat and I click add, it's just going to use this file from here. If I click copy, it's going to make a copy and put it in that folder that Pro Tools expects to be in. This is important because I'm sure, like me in the past, you have decided, well, let me clean up my folder and delete shit that doesn't look like it needs to go there. And in the process of doing that, I've corrupted many sessions. So just making sure that you know where files are versus where they shouldn't be. So I'm going to copy this to make sure it goes to the folder rather than add. But if I had just put it in the audio files folder, I would click add. So now we have AWOLs. So you can see here, he recorded in 4824. So Pro Tools is telling me I can't add it directly because it'll play back at the wrong speed. I mean, you can, but if you want it to sound proper with everything else, you convert it because it's at a different sample rate. So I'm going to add his stuff in there, copy it. We do have the tracked out beat. So as we listen to it and we get further along in the mixing process, then we'll decide, okay, do I need to break out elements from this beat? Or is it okay as the producer sold it and envisioned it? Again, case by case basis. What else do we have? Raystanz. Oh my God. Okay. Ray's the star of the show. All right. Give me the loot. This is gonna be. It's gonna be one of those sessions, huh? All right. No problem. Nothing is too complicated to handle. So I'm gonna copy all this stuff. Boom. Things that only could be thoughts. So this is what AWOL typically does. He'll send me a document with some instructions that I'm supposed to read and follow along with. Typically, I read them and I laugh, and then I just do whatever I want. I'll open it in a second. All right, so we click done. If you need to preview anything, you can preview it. I should probably make sure. Can y'all hear this? I'm going to play this real quick. Can y'all hear that? Yay or nay? Okay, you can hear it. Is it clear? Damn, I did something right. Gotcha. Cool. Even better. All right, I'm going to click done. It's going to load everything. Again, it's going to confirm, do you want the audio files in the default folder? You want to move it somewhere fancy? Use current folder. Can't see this because I usually work on another screen. Processing audio files. It'll move all that shit over. Got a lot of Ray here today, so it's going to take a little bit longer than usual. All right. So now, once you got your audio files imported, it's going to ask you a magic question. What's the destination? Do you want to have Pro Tools put it into a new track for you? Or do you want to put it into the clip list on the right-hand side and then drag and drop it wherever you see fit? Normally what I do in this case is I would put them in the clip list. I feel like with the amount of Ray tracks, I should probably do new track. So let me do that just to see how much shit we actually have here for a second. So it's going to create all these tracks. Oh my God. All right. AWOL vocals. So one thing, hold on, dog demanding. Get out. All right, so one thing to make note of when you get vocals from people is the state of the vocals. So you see here, these are all Rays. Rays is all in mono, and then I see AWOL, his is in stereo. Now, there's nothing wrong with stereo, but when you're mixing a voice, typically the voice is, I don't have a stereo vocal cords. My vocal cords just come straight down the middle. But if you do get mixed vocals from somebody, they might have some stuff on it where it requires stereo. Like they may have some effects on it. They may pan things. So it's not wrong to get stereo vocals, but if it's just the raw vocals, then typically it's just in mono. I see AWOL apologizing. I mean, it's not a big deal. I can split this into mono and just delete the extra one. It's just extra space on the file, I should say. So it's not a big deal. Just something to kind of process in your head is, do you really need that in stereo, or can you just mix it once? Because it's also more processing power for you, depending on how powerful your PC is. So I'm going to start organizing some shit here. I'm going to drag the beat up to my spot. I'll set the tempo here. So a couple ways you can do the tempo. The way that I usually do it is old school and manual. Well, this is if you don't have the tempo beforehand. So we know it's 87. If you don't know it's 87, there's a way you can get it where you need to go. So one way to do it manually is I have this button here, the orchestrator highlighted. So what you can do is you can play the beat. Also, let me know if this is too loud. And then what I'm going to do is I'll just tap the T, the letter T on the keyboard to the BPM that I hear as it's playing. So you can see.
Yo, RAM stack session on credential hash passing. I'm buzzing.
So you can do that. It's tedious, but it also gets the job done. Let me zoom back out. I pressed the wrong shit. But yeah, you can tap out. There's also like an auto metronome thing that I hardly ever use just because I never really found it quite accurate. But I mean, good producers, they'll tell you the BPM. Use tune beat. Yeah, I mean, I try to use that a couple times and I don't know. It works, but I still found it needed adjustments. So, you know, I also say there's no wrong way to do anything, you know. Music is a lot of subjective stuff. As long as you get to the right conclusion, that's the right answer. Take that for what you will. All right, so we got this. I don't want to hear the vocals yet. Let me go back here. Make sure it does line up. Because sometimes producers will give you a BPM and it's not quite accurate. I like to fact check it. Another thing, check later in the beat as well, in case they change the tempo. This seems pretty straightforward, other than the excessive amount of white noise at the end, but that's no big deal. The other thing about tapping out the beat is that I learned in the studio, if you want to tap out the beat, typically beats have this long intro section. So if you want to tap out the beat, what you want to do is get rid of anything that doesn't have a drum. So find the first kick, cut it right there, drag this to the beginning of the session, tap it out once you have the BPM matching the actual kicks, and then add the intro space out. So rather than just saying that and not showing you, it would look like this. So if I didn't have the BPM, let's say this still said 170, you know, because that was default, I would come here and I would say, okay, this is the first kick. Let me split it right here, Control E. I'm going to remove all that stuff. I'm going to drag this to the beginning. I'm going to play it, and then I'm going to tap out the beat. Once I get it back to 87 after I tap it out, boom, I know that's the BPM. I drag it back, and then I restore all this stuff, and it should still be on tempo. So that's the way that I learned to do it manually, just to make sure that you don't mess things up thinking that you're tapping where there's actually no kicks and no claps. So, all right. Now that we have the complicated stuff out of the way, let's see what we have vocally. All right, so it looks like AWOL is up first with some random Ray takes. Oh wait, no, Ray backing vocals. Okay, I don't know what this track sounds like. I haven't listened to it, so let's figure it out together as a family. I'm gonna drag this up here. I don't need two of them. Let's see what this is actually.
Ran a port scan on your net block.
Okay, that sounds like a hook. All right, so I'm good there. What is this? Some backing, some Ray shit. Dramatic what? Okay. This goes here. And what is this? Ray's verse. Oh, wait, hold on. What's going on here? Is it a verse first, or what's going on first? Is it a verse or a hook? Ray's verse. Oh yeah, I forgot to open up the intent. Oops. I'll read it later. All right, so verse is first. I guess Ray has some backing shit there. I'll come back for the rest of this stuff later. I have enough to start with. So let me take a listen and see what do I have here? I don't need the metronome anymore. And
RAM stack smashing on credential hash.
Okay. I see what's going on here. Okay, so they both started at the same spot, and they want me to figure this shit out. Now, I guess I should read the notes. All right, fuck me. All right, let's see what they said. What am I being told to do here? All right, let's all read it together. The beat might need to be tweaked a bit and extended. AWOL, hook, Ray, hook, AWOL, hook. Okay, all right. Fair enough. I probably could have just figured that out myself, but you know, clients watching, gotta do what they say. All right, get this out of my way. All right, so who's first? This is not going first. Mute this. That's Ray. Okay, let's see what AWOL does.
Random stack smash.
No, I still got Ray shit back here somewhere. Okay, so all the stuff. There is Ray. Garbage file, dramatic doubles.
Random port scan on your net block. Found an ingress, now you'll get rocked. Whether Nginx or Apache, you know the my exploit get nasty. Give me the loot. Oh shit!
All right, I see this is going to be a very interesting track. Give me the loot. Okay, let me mute all this stuff so I can focus on AWOL first. Then we'll come back to Ray. Jesus, Ray. All right, I think I got everything. I need to start naming shit. All right. AWOL, no, main. Oh, you can't see that. All right, yeah. So naming your tracks helps you to stay aligned with the session. I also have a mixing board-ish. It's kind of like, basically I have the hardware version of this in front of me. So then I would be able to see the track names and stuff too. And it also kind of has color coding as well. So naming and color coding just helps you kind of identify what it is and where it's at. And then you can group stuff as well. So I got AWOL main. I got some AWOL highlights, I guess. I don't know. And then I don't know what those are. Those are Rays. We had one more from AWOL hook. All right. Let me see. The hook is just a solo track as well. So let me remove that. This is AWOL hook. All right. And so that I also am aware what is what. Let me do this real quick and change the colors. This is all kind of just extra shit. It's not necessarily doing anything mixing wise, but it's just, since I got a lot of files going on here so that I can quickly find shit, it just catches my eye. All right, so I'll put all my AWOL stuff in a nice teal blue color. I'll figure out what Ray is later. And because I have two people here, I'm going to split up the vocal mix. So I'm going to drop this main vocal mix right beneath AWOL. And I'm going to rename this, well, I'll just add AWOL to the beginning. AWOL vocal mix. What hardware is what? Hold on, I'll show you. I need to get my second camera plugged back in. Oops, that one's not turned on. Or maybe it was turned on. Oops. All right, so hardware-wise, what I have is this. Oh, shit. Let me turn off this virtual background shit. Buttons, so many buttons. All right, so this is basically the hardware version of the mix window in Pro Tools. So you got your fader channels, volume, mute, solo, pan, solo select, You can record arm, different things. So, and then this middle one is kind of just like the main kind of controls that you would see up here at the top. Scroll through the whole track. If you have a track isolated, you can control that here. You can also have tablets at the top of each of these that kind of have some visual levels as well. But basically, this is just like the hardware version of what they have virtually on the window. And I like it because a lot of people like the tactical feel of adjusting things. And sometimes it's easier to get like specific. So if I say I want to pan left 57 and pan right 57, sometimes it's easier to just turn a knob and do that rather than trying to do it with your mouse and a scroll wheel. So it's just kind of a, you know, a nice to have, I would say, not a requirement. Yeah, exactly. It can be more precise. So it helps with precision, and it kind of helps speed wise if I'm post editing stuff, like kind of quickly just going through the tracks and doing it that way rather than kind of scrolling up and down, especially when you have a lot of tracks like this. Like we had one track where we had, I think 10 or 11 people on it. So when you get that many people on it, you're constantly scrolling up and down and shit. And I can just press a button on here that'll, you know, warp through the shit pretty fast. So that's all that is. All right. So business decision here. I want to split up the vocal mixes because I imagine they'll sound slightly different. Sometimes you can cheat and you can just mix multiple people down one mix. I imagine because they have a hook, I don't know what's going on yet. So I got to process this stuff as I go, but I'm just kind of pre-thinking through that there's a hook, there's a different person on it. I'm going to want to mix them slightly different. So I'm going to duplicate my main mix. You hit duplicate, it's going to ask you number of duplicates and what do you want to do. This is a send channel, so active playlist doesn't matter. But if you'll see later, if you duplicate vocals, sometimes you want active playlists or you don't. And that basically means is the vocals that are there, do I want to copy them or do I just want to duplicate like the plugins and all this other stuff? So this is just a send track. I'm just going to duplicate that. I'm going to rename this one to Ray. And what I'm going to do, because AWOL only has 4 tracks and Ray has like 50 million, I'm going to move AWOLs to a different bus. So I'm going to move AWOL to bus 3-4. I'm going to select it. Oh shit, my shit's working. Let's see here. Look, let me show you. So yeah, if I'm going to flip through the tracks, I can do shit like that. So it's faster sometimes than scrolling stuff. And also you'll see like the window goes along with what you're doing on the hardware. So it works out for me. You know, like I said, it's a nice to have, not a necessity. All right. Put my pretty face back. Oh yeah. Shout out to Self Savior. Got his sweater. Self Savior. What is the fucking website here? Selfsavior21.com. Tell them Pair-A-Dyce sent you and to stop going ghost on us because I bought this fucking $50 hoodie and he disappeared. All right. So I put AWOL at 3-4, but I need to put these 3 channels there. I'm going to select all of them. And then I believe it's Alt-Shift. Hit this bus and it'll change all 3 at the same time. Boom. I know what I'm talking about. All right. So now AWOL's on his own vocal mix. Ray's still going to be on the main mix. And we can start mixing them separately. So let me listen through and see, start fine tuning things.
Ran a port scan on your net block. Found an ingress, now you'll get rocked. Whether Nginx or Apache, you know that my exploit get nasty. Even if I can't find an easy way in, call your help desk with social engineering. Complain to them that it's been a hell of a day. Get them to reset credentials to your MFA. Now I've got admin on your desktop. Horizontal escalation just stop. Mapped out your network architecture. There's plenty of holes I conjecture. Ransomware deployed and your files are encrypted. Copy of your database downloaded and I zipped it. Hope that you're not hiding anything important, cause ransom or not, I'm distributing a torrent.
All right, so this is what I'm going to use for the EQ for AWOL's vocals. And basically what I'm doing is I'm cutting out any low frequencies you can't hear, any high frequencies you can't hear. I'm reducing some of the sibilance, harshness. What are those gradients? Those are just colors, dude. Wait, does your EQ not have colors? It should. Yeah, I'm using default Pro Tools EQ. So yeah, I'm just cutting out lows that you can't hear, highs that you can't hear, slicing off some of the S noises and the harshness in the vocals. I reduced the bass in his voice just a little bit because just kind of, that's weird. Not in the curve. Huh. Every version I've used since Pro Tools 8 has always had these colors on it. Maybe they gave you the LinkedIn version and it's all blue and white and gray. But yeah, I reduced the bass in his voice just a little bit because this beat kind of has some thump in it. So I want his vocals to not blend into the beat as much.
Ran a port scan on your net block.
Because if I turn it up,
Ran a port scan on your net.
he sounds muffled. But if I turn it down, he sounds a little bit more clear.
Ran a port scan on your net block. Found an ingress, now you'll get rocked. Whether Nginx or Apache, you know the mic.
All right, so I'm satisfied with the EQ. I'm not going to muck with it too much unless I get particular. Compression, you know, what I have it as pretty okay.
Ran a port scan on your net block. Found an ingress, now you'll get rocked. Whether Nginx or Apache, you know the mic.
I don't have a high pass and low pass on here, but the frequency where I drop out the highs is around 10K, the lows around 100. I may put like a high pass and a low pass on the backing vocals when I get to those, but I'll do that on those specifically.
Ran a port scan on your net block. Found an ingress, now you'll get rocked. Whether Nginx or Apache, you know the mic exploit get nasty.
All right, so really, and what I have to do with AWOL is go through and do some cleanup stuff. So like you'll see here, the backing vocals don't align with the main vocals.
Exploit get nasty.
So pull these out, move this up,
Exploit get nasty.
figure this out. So gotta zoom in, get nasty. This looks like it should be here.
Exploits get nasty. Exploits get nasty. You know the mic exploits get nasty. Even if I can't find an easy way in, call your help desk with social engineering. Complain to them that it's been a hell of a day. Get them to recite credentials to your MFA. Now I've got admin on your desktop. Horizontal escalation just pop. Map out your network architecture. There's plenty of holes I conjecture. Ransomware deployed and your files are encrypted. Copy of your database downloaded and I zipped it. Hope that you're not hiding anything important, cause ransom or not, I'm distributing a torrent. All
right, that one doesn't sound so clean. Any tips for mixing if you don't own Pro Tools? So everything that I'm going to show you should apply to any DAW that you're using, as long as it has an EQ, it has a compression, it has a reverb, de-esser. So I'm not going to do anything like super fancy and crazy that you couldn't replicate in any DAWs. I have like a few plugins that I use that are kind of, one is got bought by Facebook, so you can't even buy it anymore. But I typically try to use, especially when I'm doing like demonstrations out of the box stuff, because it would suck if I explained to you like, yo, this is how you do ... with a $1,200 plugin that you don't even have, right? So it makes no sense for me to show you something if you can't do it somewhere else. So everything that I'm showing you, like this EQ here, it should be the same as you pulling up any random EQ somewhere else. Like all I did was adjust the levels. I didn't add any razzle dazz to it. So you can follow along in whatever DAW that you have, as long as there's an EQ, compressor, reverb, and de-esser. Those are really the main things that you're going to see me use. Like I'll get into like panning and delays and stuff, but that's all kind of out of the box too. So I'm not going to do anything that, for the most part, that you couldn't replicate with your own tools, or at least something that you have access to or you could get. So you see this part here. I see Scarlett is very hyped for this nerdy song. It's cool. It's great. I love that. All right.
Or cause ransom or not, I'm distributing a torrent. For me, it's a really bad habit. Break in your servers and inhabit sites on the target, got to have it. Hide a garbage file, I'll still nab it. For me, it's a really bad habit. Break in your servers and inhabit sites on the target, got to have it. Hide a garbage file, I'll still nab it.
All right, I need to think about that. I need to think how I want to mix that. But now I'm going to go back and start adding some enhancements to AWOL's verse, because he's paid me to do so. He's paid me to use my brain here, my big brain, not my just do it and get it done. Any good or free cheap de-esser program plugins? I will hold on. Let me look into that. If you join our Discord, hold on. I'm talking to Elijah on the YouTube chat for all you Twitch folks and Facebook folks. So if you join our Discord, I'll drop some stuff that I can find in the engineering channel after the show. Okay, you're in there? Cool. Yeah, after the show, I'll find a few free ones. I've seen some, but I can't remember them off the top of my head. And I'll drop a link to them. You can get those. Also, there's like a couple of like plugin alliance in place. They usually have good sales where you can get shit for bulk prices at like $1 or something. 99. Yeah. Like AWOL said, I typically, if you can't see the Twitch chat, 99% of the time I'm trying to stick with Pro Tools plugins, because I'll send him the session back. That way he can load it up and kind of see what I did to manipulate his session. And it lets him know, you know, if he wanted to try to mix stuff himself or kind of get a baseline, what to try to shoot for. So yeah, I try not to do anything crazy. Plus it kind of builds your confidence up when you can make things sound good with standard tools, right? If you have a hammer and a screwdriver and you can make, you know, a house, it probably feels better once you finish that house than if you had like, I don't know, a cement bucket. I don't know what fucking tools, whatever. All right. So now I got AWOL's track, or his first verse. There's supposed to be another verse on here, AWOL, an 8 at the end. Okay, I see it. So I'm supposed to squeeze Ray in here. Is that what you're telling me? These guys. All right. So I got AWOL's first verse where I want it to be. So now I'm going to do some stuff to it to highlight it. All right.
Ran a port scan on your net block.
So let me duplicate this. I'm going to slap a delay on it.
Ran a port scan on your net block. Ran a port scan on your net block.
All right. Slap a delay on it just to kind of give it some body, and it distracts people from what's going on. Put a reverb on this specifically. So this is Deverb. This is out of the box Pro Tools reverb. I'm going to set that gain back at 100, mix down. Well, it's going to be in the background. I try to do backgrounds between like 20 and 30%. We'll half it. The decay, Jacob a long time sent me a calculator, which was helpful. But I probably use only when I want to impress Jacob. All right, so let's see. These are about the same level. Let me drop it down.
Ran a port scan on your net block. Found an ingress, now you'll get rocked. Whether Nginx or Apache, you know that my exploits get nasty. Even if.
All right, I don't want so much reverb on that. Reduce that. Also, it's going to go through to, you know, you don't want to just turn stuff on and then, you know, done. I turn stuff on and then I go through and I fine tune it.
Know that my exploits get nasty. Even if I can't find an easy way in.
Sometimes you have to be creative. So like, I feel like if I'm going to do this, I want to do it where it makes sense.
Engineering.
So he didn't have a backing vocal
Can't
here.
find an easy way in.
I can make one.
Easy way in. Call your way in.
Put that back.
Can't find an easy way in. Call your help desk with social engineering.
Again, he didn't give me anything. I can make something out of his main vocal.
Desk with social engineering. Complain to him that it's been a hell of a day. Get him to recite credentials to your MFA.
And then here's one of those moments where it doesn't make sense to have all that delayed, so you
Credentials to your MFA. Now I got an admin on your desktop. Horizontal escalation desktop. Mapped out your network architecture. Mapped out your network architecture. There's plenty of holes I conjecture. Ransomware deployed and your files are encrypted. Copy up your database, downloaded and unzip it. Hope that you're not hiding anything important, cause ransom or not, I'm distributing a torrent. For me, it's not, I'm distributing a torrent. For me, it's a torrent.
all right, and then the hook's going to come in right after the verse, so you know it's nitpicking. Do I really need a delay at the end of the verse if the hook's going to start? Depends on how powerful that ending word is.
Distributing a torrent. For me, it's a real.
There's not a lot of space here for you to even hear the delay to come in, so you know, drop it. All right, listen back again, see what else I want to do here.
Ran a port scan on your network. Found an ink.
All right, I want to make this sound different just because I don't know. I'm just, a lot of this is kind of figuring it out as you go. So I'm going to put a cell phone high pass on this. I don't think it needs to be so intense. And put the output back at 0.
Ran a port scan on your network.
Let's do it on the delays as well.
Ran a port scan on your network. Found.
All right, so now it gives a little bit of, you know, enhancement. It doesn't just sound the same with multiple layers. It's not, you know, amazing, but it's sonically different.
Scan on your network. Found an ingress, now you'll get right. Whether Nginx or Apache, you know that my exploits get nasty. Even if I can't find an easy way in, call your help desk with social engineering. Complain to them that it's been a hell of a day. Get them to recite credentials to your MFA. Now I've got an admin on your desktop. Horizontal escalation desktop. Mapped out your network architecture. There's plenty of holes.
I don't like this one. It's too high. So one thing you can also do in Pro Tools, I started doing a lot more. So you'll see I've split this off. I can adjust the gain on just sections. So rather than me fine tuning and tweaking whole batches, I'm going to turn this one down just a smidge because it felt loud.
Network architecture. There's plenty of holes I conjecture. Ransomware deployed and your files are encrypted. Copy up your database, download it and unzip it. Hope that you're not hiding anything important, cause ransom or not, I'm distributing a torrent. For me.
All right, so I feel like that verse is pretty solid now. So now I'm gonna go back. Does everything? Nah, the chipmunk noise is gone now. Yeah, that was a problem last night. So let's see. Now I'm going to go back and actually fill this out a little bit as far as the mix. So I don't think we need too much of a de-esser here. So what I have here is the built-in Pro Tools 1 Dyne 3 de-esser. You don't need a lot of de-esser because if you overpower it, then it just makes stuff sound muffled, or it makes people sound like they have a lisp. I have another de-esser that I use from time to time, which is this one here. Era 6 de-esser or de-esser Pro. This one is the one that I was saying the company Acusonus was actually bought by Meta/Facebook, so you can no longer actually get this anywhere. I did find one guy who had a YouTube video where he actually had the install link. I'll also see if I can put that in the engineering channel on our Discord in case you want to try it out. I don't think it'll ask for an activation key, but if you need one, I can dig mine up in my email. You know, it's not like they're actively checking anymore, so fuck it. If it works, it works. But Yeah, this one I only use sparingly because this one tends to make people sound like they have a lisp.
Ran a port scan on your net.
Like if you turn it up
Found
too
an
much.
ingress, now you'll get right. Weather engine.
Like I said, I don't think I need a lot of de-esser on this, so I'm just gonna use the out of the box thing. Dynamics de-esser. Yeah, just a slight bit, and based on my memory of AWOL's vocals.
Ran a port scan on your net. Found an ingress, now you'll get right. Whether Nginx or Apache, you know the my exploits get nasty.
All right. Another thing that I noticed here, so you'll see in these vocals, I don't know what happened here. He was at the same volume, and then he turned away from the mic because his kid walked in the room and said, "Dad, I want some Oreos." And then he turned back towards the mic, so everything is back and nice and loud again. So just a couple different ways you can handle that. I have a plugin where it will automatically level everything out, which is interesting and has its uses. It's again part of that Era 6 vocal level pack. So if you play it, it'll show you,
Nginx or Apache, you know the my exploits get nasty.
it'll increase the levels if you want it. You can make it
Nginx
louder.
or Apache, you know the my exploits get nasty.
So that's useful. The downside of this is it's what I would call destructive in that it impacts everything. So if you throw it on the track, everything is going to be leveled up to that maximum volume. If you throw it on your main mix, the main vocals, the backings, and everything is just going to get louder. So, I only use this where I know I need everything to be level and loud, which is typically on the main vocals. So probably here, or I can just kind of do like the manual thing. So like when the person in the chat asks, "Hey, how do I do this if I don't have Pro Tools or if I don't have a plugin?" You can find that piece of vocal and adjust the gain on it. So I can do it in Pro Tools like this. There's also Audio Suite other gain where you can manually select a section of file and say, "Hey, I want to increase the gain here 2 decibels, 3 decibels, what have you." So I'm sure in other DAWs there's similar methods of doing it where you can say, "Hey, find me this section of vocals and increase the gain so that I can align it with everything else." Luckily for us visually, it was pretty obvious here, like, hey, these are lower than everything else. What's going on here? So I can, get these aligned with everything else. Drawback of that is I see a little bit of stuff before and after. We'll see if that impacts how it sounds.
Whether Nginx or Apache, you know the
A little bit of mouth noise. I think in this case, I can just fade it in.
Whether Nginx or Apache, you know the my exploits get nasty. Even if I can't find it.
So now it sounds nice and uniform. So, boom. Yeah, what's going on in the chat? We have a LinkedIn debate. All right, I'll stay out of that one. It's not my realm. All right, so got de-esser on there. I'm gonna add a reverb to smooth everything out. What am I looking for? Reverb. Reverb, not delay. Deverb again. Yeah, I'm gonna stay away from using anything fancy. I'll do a small at 15-ish%. Drop the decay down and gain back up. So now let's see what it sounds like.
Ran a port scan on your net. Found an ingress, now you'll get right. Whether Nginx or Apache, you know the my ex.
Oh yeah, I don't need this here.
Ran a port scan on your net. Found an ingress, now you'll get right. Whether Nginx or Apache, you know the my exploits get nasty.
I don't like the way that sounds.
Exploits get nasty.
So one thing that I do listen out for when I'm mixing people's vocals is, are they on beat 98% of the time? And if not, I see if I can help them out. If it's not totally salvageable, then that's when I go back and I say, "Hey, why don't you re-record this?" If I can salvage it, then, I'll chop and time shift and stuff up. How much time do I spend on every mix? It depends. It depends on what I'm doing. If it's just like EQs and levels, then like 30 minutes to an hour. If it's like a track that I'm pet project, then maybe like 3 to 4 hours at most, I would say, but not all at once. It's like I'll spend an hour mixing it. I'll come back later, spend another 30 minutes to an hour fine tuning it. Like it just depends on the level of effort needed, I should say, and also how many tracks. Like if I had a full AWOL track, he's got three vocal tracks here, right? So I can pretty much do the same thing across all three of these to the end. That's probably like 2 hours worth of work. If I had something like Loose Logic, he'll send me like 8 tracks for the hook and then 4 tracks for the verse. So if you got something to that level, then yeah, that hits the 3 to 4 hour mark because you know, go through, mix it, share it with the person, get their feedback, then you come back and fine tune it. So, you know, it depends on the track, but at least a couple hours just to try to make it right. If somebody's paying you, you know, you should put in the energy. Don't just half-ass it.
Exploits get nasty. Get nasty. Get nasty. Get nasty. Get nasty. Exploits get nasty. Get nasty. Get nasty. Get nasty.
Let's see how that sounds.
Know the my exploits get nasty. Get nasty. Know the my.
Too much. I'm just being picky here.
Know the my exploits get nasty. Get nasty.
That's better. A slight movement, but it makes a big difference.
Next or Apache. You know the my exploits get nasty. Even if I can't find an easy way in, call your help desk with social engineering. Complain to them that it's been a hell of a day. Get them to recite credentials to your MFA. Now I've got admin on your desktop. Horizontal escalation desktop. Map out your network architecture. There's plenty of holes I conjecture. Ransomware deployed and your files are encrypted. Copy of your database downloaded and unzipped it. Hope that you're not hiding anything important, cause ransom or not, I'm distributing a torrent. For me, it's a really bad habit.
All right, I need to figure out what I want to do with this hook. We're gonna have to come back to that one. I'm still thinking about this.
Torrent. For me, it's a really bad habit. Break in your servers and inhabit. Sites on the target, got to have it. Hide a garbage file, I'll still nab it. For me, it's a really bad habit. Break in your servers and inhabit. Sites on the target, got to have it. Hide a garbage file, I'll still nab it.
All right, so at least we know here is where Ray's supposed to come in with his verse. So I can at least do this. And all right, time to do some chopping of shit. We know that this is his last 8, so I'm gonna move all this stuff out a bit. This. I'll just put it here for now. I don't know how fucking. Okay, all right. So I know that Ray's verse is gonna start and end after a hook, so I can Control D, which is gonna duplicate everything I selected right after that. And I think I have enough space. Yeah, I have plenty of space. So boom, I know Ray's gonna sound how Ray thinks he's gonna sound over the same section of beat, and then I can move this stuff back. Well, hold on. He said verse, hook, Ray, hook, and then his 8. So this doesn't need to take place. Let's do this. Remove all that and then slide it up. And then we'll figure out what happens after that. All right, so now it's time to move Ray's stuff where it needs to be. I'm going to start cleaning up channels because I got extra stuff I don't need. Stuff that I've moved already. And Jesus Christ, all these takes. All right, so the thing about and this comes back to knowing your audience or your customer. Ray's gonna send you extra stuff, and you gotta listen to it and figure out, what do I have here? Do I need all of it? Do I need some of it? Do I need one of it? Do I need none of it? And whatever. So first things first. Jeez. All right. Wait. Do this. No, that's fine. That's fine. Shit. Grab all this. Well, it all ends at the same spot. Do that. All right. And we slide this where it needs to be, which is right here.
Hide the garbage file lost on that.
All right. It looks like. Wait. Hold on. Does he have some? No. Okay. I'm tripping. I am tripping. It's fine. All right. So let's figure out what we have with Ray's stuff here. Unmute everything. All right. What's going on in the chat? Do I need to answer something? Are y'all arguing amongst yourselves like respectable human beings who disabled the feedback command? Nobody? Yeah. Hey, man, the bots need to think too. All right, let's see what we have with Ray's. I'll try to organize it in some sort of meaningful fashion based on how it looks. We got different stacks down here. That's caps lock, not shift. Turn off. All right, let's see.
Hide the garbage file lost on that.
Yo, I'm stack smashing, credential hash passing. I'm buzzing at the edges, every value that I pass in. I'm last in, first out. DDoS till you're passed out. Ain't fucking with the front door. Ski mask with the cash route. Oh shit, I think we got another one. I see your broken lock, you know I'm reaching for my cummerbund. Whispered in the secret, but you should have sent it out of band. Now that I detected things are probably getting out of hand. Command line, I detonate the payload. You calling up the FBI and adding to the caseload. You know me, I can hardly let a day go without loading up the cracks and get to spraying it like fake. Yeah, I'm raging like a juggalo. I'm looking for the bugaboos, opponent all the endpoints and accumulating W's. You losing any sleep? I wouldn't let it trouble you, cause sure to use it paper. It ain't much that you could do, blood.
All right. So I think.
Hide the garbage file lost on that.
Yo, I'm stack smashing.
All right, I need to figure out which takes that I want to use and which ones that I don't need for the main, but I can use for like different stuff. So I'm going to go through and figure that out pretty quickly. Just listen to it and use my best judgment.
Hide the garbage file lost on that.
Yo, I'm stack smashing. Credential hash pass.
Hide the garbage file lost on that.
Yo, I'm stack smashing, credential hash passing. I'm buzzing at the edges, every value that in. I'm last in, first out. DDoS till you're passed out. Ain't fucking with what ski mask with the cash route. Last in, first out. DDoS till you're passed out. Ain't fucking with the front door. Ski mask with the cash route. Last in, first out. DDoS till you're passed out. Ain't fucking with the front door. Ski mask with the cash route.
So I'll tell you the things that I look for in trying to pick which take to use. So this one, and he has him labeled as main and backing. I'm probably not going to double it up like that, like fully double it up. But you can see this one is probably the first take. Let me point this shit out so people don't think I'm crazy. Make it a little bit bigger. Well, yeah, that's good enough. All right, so this is probably the first take. I think this is the first take because this one is all within range. And I think this was in the second take because it peaks out a little bit higher. So he's more excited, he's more confident, and he gives more energy in his delivery. Typically with Ray stuff, I'll take the second take. And then I'll use the first take for other shit. Because when he has confidence, it sounds a little bit smoother. It's very nuanced, but you can hear like the difference. Like when he gets to this part right here, you can hear it's a little bit more forceful than when he did it on this one.
Last in, first out. DDoS till you're passed out. Ain't fucking with the front door. Ski mask with the cash.
Versus this.
Last in, first out. DDoS till you're passed out. Ain't fucking with the front door. Ski mask with the cash route.
So it's very nuanced, but you can hear he's a little bit more relaxed. And he's like, okay, I know I said it the first time, but let me say it how I should have said it in the second take. So that's what I usually do when I have multiple layers of vocals. And it may not be the same in all of them. Maybe he did this first half and he was a little bit shaky on it, but this part right here was more solid than this part here. So that's when I say, you know, try give you the loop. That's when I say like I spend a little bit of time just kind of listening through to see what I want to fucking use.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! Literally. Okay, where is that at? How many oh shits did you do? Jesus Christ! I'll come back to those. All right. We had a conversation, about recording while hearing yourself the other day. Do I record with monitoring on or off? I used to record with monitoring on. These days, I typically turn it off. And usually I record with one ear out and one ear in. Yeah, what he just said. The reason I do that is because, I don't know. I want to hear how my voice sounds in my ears naturally versus how it's being played back to me through processing. Not that it's necessarily has effects on it, but I feel like I like the natural sound of how, but I don't know. Different people are different. Like, yeah, Jay, when we were all together and recording, I think almost everybody recorded with monitoring on. And it was just like me and one other person who didn't want monitoring on. So that was a new experience. But it's also kind of comes with engineering, is knowing like how people want to hear themselves. Like, I don't want to hear myself in my ear because I feel like it's also distracting and it makes me change how I'm delivering, versus if I just hear myself naturally, I can kind of like make on the fly adjustments to, am I doing it too powerful? Am I too breathy? Do I need to calm down? Like, I feel like I can hear that better naturally than just slamming it in my ears. Yeah. Shout out Right Denro. Yeah. I can do it with monitoring, but then it takes me probably an additional take to go back, because I'll record it and then I'll go back and I'll have to change everything because I'll listen to it and I'll say, monitoring fucked me up. I need to go back and do it again. But it's a personal preference. There's no, like I said, it's no right or wrong answer. It's whatever gets you to the result that you want to get to.
Oh shit, I think we got another one. I see your broken lock, you know I'm reaching for my cummerbund. Whispering the secret, but you should have sent it out of band. Now that I detected, things are probably getting out of hand. Come in.
Okay.
Oh shit, I think we got another one. I see your broken lock, you know I'm reaching for my cummerbund. Whispering the secret, but you should have sent it out of band. Now that I detected, things are probably getting out of hand. Come in.
See, and that's what I mean. On this one, I kind of like this take better. I feel like it had a little, it was smoother to me.
I'm stack smashing, credential hash passing. I'm buzzing at the edges, every value that I pass in. I'm last in, first out. DDoS till you're passed out. Ain't fucking with the front door. It's ski mask with the cash route. Oh shit, I think we got another one. I see your broken lock, you know I'm reaching for my cummerbund. Whispering the secret, but you should have sent it out of band. Now that I detected, things are probably getting out of hand. Command line, I detonate the payload. You calling up the FBI and adding to the caseload. You know me, I can hardly let a day go without loading up the cracks and get to spraying it like fade. Yeah, I'm raging like.
Okay. Oops, don't need to start that far back. Here.
Command line.
I need to see how this transitions.
Probably getting out of hand. Command line. Probably getting out of hand. Command line.
Because I kind of like this command line, but I may like the rest of that better.
Command line, I detonate the payload. You calling up the FBI and adding to the caseload. You know me, I can hardly let a day go without loading up the cracks and get to spraying it like fake. Yeah, I'm raging.
Spraying it like fake.
Probably getting out of hand. Command line, I detonate the payload. You calling up the FBI and adding to the caseload. You know me, I can hardly let a day go without loading up the cracks and get to spraying it like fake. Yeah, I'm raging like. Probably getting out of hand. Command line, I detonate the payload. You calling up the FBI and adding to the caseload. You know me, I can hardly let a day go without loading up the cracks and get to spraying it like fake. Yeah, I'm raging like.
I can go either or. I still like this better, so I'm gonna use that because I want to.
Probably.
And they can't tell me what to do. I mean, they can, but I'm not gonna listen.
Probably getting out of hand. Command line, I detonate the payload. You calling up the FBI and adding to the caseload. You know me, I can hardly let it.
I feel like with mixing it would make this much better. So, look, music is subjective, right? These people like their song. Other people like their song. It's not for me to come in here as the engineer and say whether or not I like the song. My job is to make the song sound as best as it can possibly sound and make recommendations to make it sound better. So, like, as an engineer, you got to be cautious about leaning heavy in your opinions on people's music, right? So, like, if I go in there and I'm engineer saying, you know, I don't like your music, that guy's never going to come back to me and do business with me. I personally have nothing against this song. Like, it's what he does. It's a niche song, you know? And yeah, when you get to that level of comfort and you build a relationship with that person, then you can just, like they said, I can trash them in private and say, yo, y'all got to stop with all this nerd shit. But at the same time, I respect their nerd shit. I don't say, don't ever record nerd stuff again. It's cool. I respect that there's an audience out there for it. And, you know, I wish, you know, it kind of makes you envious. Like, oh, I wish I could talk about, like, you know, a garbage file and a corrupted hard drive and people eat that up in my audience. You know, some people can do that. So I respect the game. It is what it is. I'm just here to make it sound as good as it can. And sometimes that involves like saying, hey, why don't you re-record it? So that's where I'm at with it. But all right. So we're on the last section of Ray's verse. Let's see what we have here.
Spraying it like fake. Yeah, I'm raging. Spraying it like fake. Yeah, I'm raging like a juggalo.
Let's see. See, and this is what I'm talking about with Ray. He gets a little bit too excited. Got to figure out which one of these takes. Because the thing is, the rest of it is pretty calm. And this last section, he's all amped up. Now I got to figure out how do I make Ray not sound like a wild man in the last 8 bars.
Spraying it like fake. Yeah, I'm raging like a juggalo. I'm looking for the bugaboos and poning all that.
Oh my God, bugaboos? Come on, Ray.
Spraying it like fake. Yeah, I'm raging like a juggalo. I'm looking for the bugaboos and poning all the endpoints and accumulating W's. You losing any sleep? I wouldn't let it trouble you. Cause shorter using paper, it ain't much that you could do, blood. Spraying it like fake. Yeah, I'm raging like a juggalo. I'm looking for the bugaboos and poning all the endpoints and accumulating W's. You losing any sleep? I wouldn't let it trouble you. Cause shorter using paper, it ain't much that you could do, blood.
All right, we're going with the second take here. I've decided. All right, so looks like this got some overlap. I'll just move this up. All right, what do I got here? This is all Ray. A lot of oh shits. Let's give Ray a nice little pink. Yeah, a happy little pink there. All right, so we got our Ray verse here in total now. One thing I hear about Ray's verse is we're going to need a plosive remover. So when you're using words like purple and bugaboo, you get a plosive in there. So you need to make sure that those aren't so harsh, kind of on the same spectrum as a de-esser. Ray does not have highlights like AWOL does. So we have 2 options here. I can create some, and Ray has left me all the pieces I can do so with the main vocals, or I can leave it as is. It's kind of a balancing thing. If one person's verse is heavily mixed and the other person's verse isn't heavily mixed, you lose that balance. So you want to kind of make sure you don't have to do the exact same thing on everybody's verse, but you want to make sure that one person doesn't sound like, you know, they had the premium tier and the other person had the standard tier, if that makes sense. So let me see how Ray sounds in full.
Yo, I'm stack smashing, credential hash passing. I'm fuzzing at the edges, every value that I pass in. I'm last in, first out. DDoS till you're passed out. Ain't fucking with the front door. Ski mask with the cash route. Oh shit, I think we got another one. I see your broken lock, you know I'm reaching for my cummerbund. Whispering the secret, but you should have sent it out of band. Now that I detected, things are probably getting out of hand. Command line, I detonate the payload. You calling up the FBI and adding to the caseload. You know me, I can hardly let a day go without loading up the cracks and get to spraying it like Faye. Yeah, I'm raging like a juggalo, out looking for the bugaboos. I'm poning all the endpoints and accumulating W's. You losing any sleep? I wouldn't let it trouble you, cause sure to use it paper. It ain't much that you could do, blood.
So the difference between Ray's verse and AWOL's verse is Ray doesn't leave any space. So where I added space, where I added delays in AWOL's verse because there were gaps in how he delivered it, Ray's pretty much just, I'm going to fill the 16 lines up with as many words and syllables as I can and bombard you back to back to back. So I probably don't need any delays. Even if I added some delays on it, it would be like kind of pointless background ear candy shit. I might still do it just because I'm sassy, but I don't need to do it because there's no space for it. So I'm going to go back through and start cleaning up the mix on his because he sounds different. So it was a wise decision to kind of break these off. They don't sound the same. They need different stuff.
Hide a garbage file lost on that.
Yo, I'm stack smashing, credential hash passing. I'm fuzzing at the...
Hide a garbage file.
Yo, I'm stack smashing, credential hash passing. I'm fuzzing at the edges, every value that I pass in. I'm last in, first out. DDoS till you're passed out. Ain't fucking with the front door. Ski mask with the cash route. Oh shit, I think we got another one. I see your broken lock, you know I'm reaching for my cummerbund. Whispering the secret, but you should have sent it out of band. Now that I detected, things are probably getting out of hand. Command line, I detonate the payload. You calling up the FBI and adding to the caseload. You know me, I can hardly let a day go without loading up the cracks and get to spraying it like Faye. Yeah, I'm raging like a juggalo, out looking for the bugaboos. Yo, I'm stack smashing, credential hash passing. I'm fuzzing at the edges, every value that I pass in. I'm last in, first out. DDoS.
All right. So let's see. Do I have a plosive remover that is pretty generic? I don't. I use this one here, so hopefully that installation works, but yeah.
Yo, I'm stack smashing, credential hash passing. I'm fuzzing at the edges, every value that I pass in. I'm last in, first out. DDoS till you're passed out. Ain't fucking with the front door. Ski mask with the cash route. Oh shit, I think we got another one. I see your broken lock, you know I'm reaching for my cummerbund. Whispering the secret, but you should have sent it out of band. Now that I detected, things are probably getting out of hand. Command line, I detonate the payload. You calling up the FBI and adding to the caseload. You know me, I can hardly let a day go without loading up the cracks and get to spraying it like Faye. Yeah, I'm raging like a juggalo, out looking for the bugaboos. I'm poning all the endpoints and accumulating W's. You losing any sleep? I wouldn't let it trouble you, cause sure to use it paper. It ain't much that you could do, blood.
All right. I think we're at a pretty good baseline here. So now let's go back in and add these ear candy things that Ray added. Dramatic doubles. A, B, C, D, and E. Oh wait, he does have some backing. What is this? I should pay attention to the file name, shouldn't I? Oh no, this is the other shit. All right, what's going on in the chat? My music is the equivalent of college degree. Pretty basic. Okay, I don't know what you guys are talking about, but it looks pretty tame and mild. Good job. All right, let's unmute everything. Much to my chagrin. and figure out what we got here. So what is this first thing?
Yo, I'm stack smashing.
All right, we do got some highlights here. Okay. I'm going to, let's see. So we got the main vocal. What the fuck? Oh shit! I shouldn't have unmuted everything. Hold on. This one and this one. All right. Yep. Okay. This is supposed to be. Let's make these a different color so I know they're muted. Let's make those a dark purple. Now let's make them gold-ish. All right. Bring this up. All right, here we go. Let's go.
Yo, I'm stack smashing. Credential hash passing. I'm buzzing it. Yo, I'm stack smashing. Credential hash.
Maybe we do need a delay. I don't know. Let's see what it sounds like. Doesn't hurt to try.
I'm stack smashing. Credential hash pass.
Wow, that's a very aggressive stack smash.
I'm stack smashing. Credential hash.
I don't know.
I'm stack smashing. Credential.
Maybe it just sounds good on its own. Let's see. Duplicate this.
I'm stack smashing. Credential hash pass.
I don't like it. I don't like it, y'all.
I'm stack smashing. Credential hash passing. I'm stack smashing. Credential.
Yeah, fuck it. I don't need it. Let's go. Keep going.
I'm stack smashing, credential hash passing. I'm buzzing at the edges, every value that I pass in. I'm last in, first out. DDoS till you're passed out. Ain't fucking with the front door. Ski mask with the cash route. Give me the loot. Oh, fucking with the front door. Ski mask with the cash route. Give me the loot.
Let's do the same thing we did on AWOLs and put this phone effect on it.
Fucking with the front door. Ski mask with the cash route. Give me the loot. I'm stack smashing, credential hash passing. I'm buzzing at the edges, every value that I pass in. I'm last in, first out. DDoS till you're passed out. Ain't fucking with the front door. Ski mask with the cash route. Give me the loot.
All right, now what are we gonna do with this? Give me the loot.
Ski mask with the cash route. Give me the loot.
All right, so this is gonna get its own reverb out the ass.
Ski mask with the cash route. Oh shit! Ski mask with the cash route. Oh shit! Ski mask with the cash route. Oh shit!
It sounds pretty hollow, right? So, a few options here. I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate this. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a vocal doubler on it. I'm going to increase the separation and the variation. See what it sounds like.
Ski mask with the cash route. Oh shit!
What I'm trying to go for here is more volume. He only gave me one take of Give Me the Loot. Probably should have given me 3 or 4 takes, but that's fine. If I need to, I can ask him for more, or I can see what I can do with what I got. So now that I have one with a vocal doubler, I'm going to pan one left and pan one right and see how it sounds. Hopefully I get the body that I want.
Ski mask with the cash route. Oh shit!
A little bit better. Probably needs a little bit more reverb. And it's probably too loud.
Ski mask with the cash route. Oh shit!
He also said it a little bit fast, but that's okay.
Ski mask with the cash route. Oh shit! Ski mask with the cash route. Oh shit! I think
Probably too much reverb, actually. Let's try 20.
Ski mask with the cash route. Oh shit! I think we got another one.
All right, and we got 5 oh shits. Never seen so much oh shit before, but okay. We can work with it.
messed with the cash route. Oh shit! I think we.
All right. How do we want to handle this? Any ideas? Just wing it. That's what I usually do. All right. I'm going to pan this one 70, this one 70. Switch to water for vodka. I don't drink. This is my vodka. Water, actual water is vodka for me. If you see me drinking water, I'm having a rough time. Or I'm trying to help myself out by being healthy. One of the two. All right. 20, whatever.
Messed with the cash route. Oh shit!
All right. Let's move these out of the way. What the fuck is this? Oh, some stuff at the end. Okay. Weird recording style here. Okay, whatever. I probably need to, no. Whatever. I'll come back to that. I'll clean it up later.
Messed with the cash route. Oh shit!
All right, we need to steal. Fuck it. I'll just send these. Please send. Oops, I didn't hold a. Shit. Alt Shift send. Oh, you can't see that. All right, so I'm going to send these to Reverb because I want to do pretty much the same thing on all of them. I'll paste this same amount.
Now that I did. Oh shit!
Now I go to the actual Reverb and tweak this where it needs to be.
Oh shit! I think. Oh shit! I think we. Oh shit! I think. Oh shit! I think.
Probably needs to be turned up a little bit more. Well, let's see. Oops.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Wow, that one's pretty deep. Drop that down.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
I think it can go up a little more though.
Oh shit!
That's good enough. All right, so
Oh shit! I think we.
maybe we need to drop these down volume-wise, and then we can move on.
Oh shit! I think.
Still a little loud. That's your new ringtone? It's not a bad ringtone. What happened to the ringtone era? We used to have songs playing and all these other fancy doodads back when people would call us up. I think we just stopped getting phone calls, right? Everybody sends a text or, a message on LinkedIn, Instagram, and whatnot. We don't get phone calls anymore.
Oh shit! I think.
Is there another oh shit somewhere that I'm this?
Oh shit!
I was wondering where the hell that other deep was coming from. All right, so I'm gonna make this lower because it's distracting.
I think. Messed with the cash route. Oh shit! I think we got another one. Messed with the cash route. Oh shit! I think we got another one. I see your broken lock, you know I'm reaching for my cummerbund. Whispering the secret, but you should have sent it out of band. Now that I did. Messed with the cash route. Oh shit!
That give me the loot is loud.
Messed with the cash route. Oh shit! Messed with the cash route. Oh shit! I think we got another one. I see your broken lock, you know I'm reaching for my cummerbund. Whispering the secret, but you should have sent it out of band. Now that I detected, things are probably getting out of hand. Command line, I detonate the payload. You calling up the FBI and adding to the caseload. You know me, I can hardly let a day go.
All right, these are on what? What else is on these? I have an oh shit.
Adding to the caseload. You know me, I can hardly let a day go without loading up the cracks and get to spraying it like Fago. Yeah, I'm raging like a juggalo, out looking for the bugaboos. I'm poning all the endpoints and accumulating W's. You losing any sleep? I wouldn't let it trouble you, cause sure to use it paper, it ain't much that you could do, blood. Accumulating W's, you losing any sleep? I wouldn't.
You know, I might actually want this on the delay though. Let's see what it sounds like. Oh wait, I got it down there.
Losing any sleep. I losing any sleep. Losing any sleep. I losing any sleep.
Oops. Got a little bit of a flip there.
W's, you losing any sleep? I wouldn't let it trouble you, cause
It's an interesting sound.
W's, you losing any sleep? I wouldn't let it trouble you, cause sure to you. W's, you losing any sleep? I wouldn't let it trouble you, cause sure to use it paper.
Nah, it does nothing. It's not adding to the track. I'm just being weird. All right, get rid of this. I don't use any of it.
W's, you losing any sleep? I wouldn't let it trouble you, cause sure to use it paper. It ain't much that you could do, blood.
All right, I think we have a good starting point to start doing some other stuff. All right, we need to go back and figure out what we're doing with the hook, because that's still the mystery. All right, let's see what we have here.
Torrent, for me, it's a really bad habit. Breaking your servers and inhabit. Sights on the target, got to have it. Hide a garbage file, I'll still nab it. For me, it's a really bad habit. Breaking your servers and inhabit. Sights on the target, got to have it. Hide a garbage file, I'll still nab it. Torrent, for me, it's a really bad habit. Breaking your servers and inhabit. Torrent, for me, it's a really bad habit. Breaking your servers and inhabit.
The hell is this?
Inhabit. Servers and inhabit.
Breaking your servers in a habit? What is the second?
Servers and inhabit. Sights on the target, got to have it. Hide a garbage file, I'll still nab it. For me, it's a really bad habit. Breaking your servers and inhabit. Servers and inhabit.
What is the second hook supposed to be? Breaking your servers in inhabit. I knew it was some nerd shit. Okay.
Breaking your servers and inhabit. Sights on the target, got to have it. Hide a
Okay.
torrent. For me, it's a really bad habit. Breaking your servers and inhabit. Sights on the target, got to have it. Hide a garbage file, I'll still nab it. For me, it's a really bad habit. Torrent. For me, it's a torrent. For me, it's a really bad habit. Breaking your servers and inhabit. Breaking your servers and inhabit. Sights on the target, got to have. For me, it's a really bad habit. Breaking your servers and inhabit. Sights on the target, got to have it. Hide a garbage file, I'll still nab it. For me, it's a really bad habit. For me, it's a really bad habit. Breaking your servers and inhabit. Sights on the target, got to have it. Hide a garbage file, I'll still nab it. For me, it's a really bad habit. Breaking your servers and inhabit. Sights on the target, got to have it. Hide a garbage file, I'll still nab it. For me, it's a really bad habit. Breaking your servers and inhabit. Sights on the target, got to have. Hide a garbage file, I'll still nab it.
Yo, I'm stack smashing, credential hash.
For me,
Okay, sorry. Pro Tools hung up on me for a second.
For me, it's a really bad habit. Breaking your servers and inhabit. Sights on the target, got to have it. Hide a garbage file, I'll still nab it. For me, it's a really bad habit. Break in your servers and have it. Sights on the target, got to have. Hide the garbage. For me, it's a really bad. For me, it's a really bad habit. Break in your servers and inhabit. Sights on the target, got to have it. Hide a garbage file, I'll still nab it. For me, it's a really bad habit. Break in your servers and inhabit.
Okay. I don't know what I'm. Yeah. Okay. It'll be fine. This is fine.
Torrent. For me, it's a really bad habit. Break in your servers and inhabit. Sights on the target, got to have it. Hide a garbage file, I'll still nab it. For me, it's a really bad habit. Break in your servers and inhabit. Sights on the target, got to have it. Hide a garbage file, I'll still nab it.
Yo, I'm stack smashing, credential hash pass.
I guess. Let's see what happens when we do some weird stuff to it.
Torrent. For me, it's a really bad Torrent. For me, it's a really bad habit. Break in your servers and inhabit. Sights on the target, got to have it. Hide a garbage file, I'll still nab it. Torrent. For me, it's a really bad habit. Break in your servers and inhabit. Sights on the target, got to have it. Hide a garbage file, I'll still nab it. For me, it's a really bad habit. Break in your servers and inhabit.
Too much processing, starting to sound delayed. What else do I have? Voice changer. Let's see. Humans. Deep voice. See what deep AWOL sounds like.
Torrent. For me, it's a really bad habit. Break in your servers and inhabit. Sights on the target, got to have it. Torrent. For me, it's a really bad habit. Break in your servers and inhabit. Sights on the target, got to have it.
I'm not mad at it. I just don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to make it just feel different than the verse.
Anything abhorrent, cause ransom or not, I'm distributing a torrent. For me, it's a really bad habit. Break in your servers and inhabit. Sights on the target, got to have it. Hide a garbage file, I'll still nab it. For me, it's a really bad habit. Break in your servers and inhabit.
It feels off. Maybe it's not the fucking plugins. Maybe it's just AWOL. AWOL, what are you doing to me, man? All right. Let me just see what this does. Maybe it's just my ears.
Distributing a torrent. For me, it's a really bad habit. Break in your servers and inhabit. Sights on the target, got to have it.
Yeah, I think it was just AWOL. Fucking AWOL. God damn it. I gotta redo all this shit. Alright, whatever. All in a day's work. What's up, Mosgroff? Just mixing this Raywall track here. The nerd of the nerds. Or king of the nerds, I should say. That's fair, right?
Torrent.
Does anybody else want to be king of the nerds? Like, has anybody like fought for that title before? What plugin is that? That's the plugins that Facebook bought. It's Acusonus Era 6. It's a voice changer. I don't use all of these because they're pretty gimmicky, but it has like humans, anime, baby, thin voice whispering, robots, supernatural. These are all pretty ass. But then it has some effects. So you have phone effect, cyborg, intercoms. So kind of like a quick way to throw some shit on there if you don't feel like what does anime baby sound like? Well, funny you should ask. Oops, I went too far back. Here we go. See what anime.
Torrent.
For me, it's a really bad habit. Breaking your servers.
No, I don't think we want to do anime AWOL on this one. So let's go back to the deep voice.
Torrent. For me, it's a really bad habit. Breaking your servers and inhabit. Sights on the target, got to have it. Hide a garbage file, I'll still nab it. For me, it's a really bad habit. Breaking your servers and inhabit. Sights on the target, got to have it. Hide a garbage file, I'll still nab it.
This one needs to be louder. Let me think about that. I don't need to do it like this. Let me just level it. Save myself some effort here.
Breaking your servers and inhabit. Sights on the target, got to have it. Hide a garbage file, I'll still nab it.
Yo, I'm stack smashing, credential hash passing. I'm fuzzing at the edges, every value that I pass in. I'm last in, first out. DDoS till you're passed out. Ain't fucking with the front door. Ski mask with the cash route. Oh shit! I think we got another one. I see your broken lock, you know I'm reaching for my cummerbund. Whispering the secret, but you should have sent it out of band. Now that I detected things are probably getting out of hand. Command line, I detonate the payload. You calling up the FBI and adding to the caseload. You know me, I can hardly let a day go without loading up the cracks and get to spraying it like fade. Yeah, I'm raging like a juggalo, I'm looking for the bugaboos. I'm pounding all the endpoints and accumulating W's. You losing any sleep? I wouldn't let it trouble you, cause shorty.
Wait, what's on here? Nothing. Okay. What's on here? Bunch of shit. Yeah. Okay. Let's move this. Fuck. Where can I move it? Damn it. God. Fuck. Damn it, Ray. Duplicate. I should probably be naming these tracks, but I'm being lazy. I'll do that later. All right. Whatever. Close enough.
Accumulating.
Nah, fuck it. I'll use my. Wait, what is this? Which one is selected? Easy way to find out. Okay, this one. All right. Boom. So what? Let's do 40-40. There we go. All right.
Accumulating W's, you losing any sleep? I wouldn't let it trouble you, cause shorty using paper. It ain't much that you could do, blood.
Shift it right a smidge to the whole verse. You think you're off too?
Nab it.
Yo, I'm stack smashing, credential hash passing. I'm fuzzing at the edges, every value that I pass in. I'm last in, first out. DDoS till you're passed out. Ain't fucking with the front door. Ski mask with the cash route. Oh shit! I think we got another one. I see your broken lock, you know I'm reaching for my cummerbund. Whispering the secret, but you should have sent it out of band. Now that I detected things are probably getting out of hand. Command line, I detonate the payload. You calling up the FBI and adding to the caseload. You know me, I can hardly let a day go without loading up the cracks and get to spraying it like fade. Yeah, I'm raging like a juggalo, I'm looking for the bugaboos. I'm pounding all the.
Maybe on this one. See what it sounds like though.
Spraying it like fade. Yeah, I'm raging like a juggalo, I'm looking for the bugaboos. I'm pounding all the endpoints and accumulating W's. You losing any sleep? I wouldn't let it trouble you, cause shorty using paper. It ain't much that you could do, blood.
Yeah, just on that one. Everything else was fine. Okay, so now, oh shit, that's right. There's another AWOL section, a more hook. Okay, all right. But we're almost there, folks. Pain will go away soon. All right, so now we're gonna float the hook. Copy this monstrosity. And where does this end here? Oops, not there. Oops, that was right, actually. Never mind. My bad.
Wouldn't let it trouble you, cause shorty using paper. It ain't much that you could do,
For
blood.
me, it's a really bad habit. Breaking your servers and inhabit. Sights on the target, got to have it. Hide a garbage file, I'll still nab it. For me, it's a really bad habit.
Feels off. And I don't know whether it's just the lyrics or if it's just me overthinking it. Hold on.
File, I'll still nab it. For me, it's a really bad.
No, there's something wrong. Let me see how it sounds in the beginning.
For me, it's a.
I don't like it. I need to do something about it. So let's fix it. If it feels bad or if it feels off, spend some time on it. Don't just ignore it.
For me, it's a really bad habit.
So I feel like everything up until the bad habit is slightly off.
For me, it's a really bad habit.
So I'm gonna chop this here.
For me,
It should sound sooner.
for me, it's a really.
Oh,
For me, it's a really bad habit. For me, it's a really bad habit.
I think that sounds better. Let's listen until.
Distributing a torrent. For me, it's a really bad habit. Breaking your servers and inhabit. Sights on the target, got to have it. Hide a garbage file, I'll still nab it. For me, it's a really bad habit. Breaking your servers and inhabit. Sights on the target, got to have it. Hide a garbage file, I'll still nab it.
So I switched the view to 1/8 just to kind of. So when I do that, I'm doing that because if I want to grab things in even blocks, but you don't have to do that because if you control click, it'll put the cursor wherever you want it, the same as if you had it on slip. So I have this on grid, but if I put it on slip, it'll go anywhere. So it's a way to leave it on grid, but still kind of pinpoint where you want to go. So, and I typically leave it on grid in case I want to move things around and continue to stay on beat. But if I'm making fine-tune adjustments, I just hold down control, especially when you're sliding things around. So like on grid, it'll move to the grid, right? But if I say, well, this one isn't lined up right, you hold down control and now you can like pinpoint where you want to go. But if I'm like chopping up sections of things, so like if I want to split this, then I want to leave it on grid in case I want to move the whole block around. I don't want to mess up the BPM of everything until I decide definitively, okay, I need to be more specific here versus I just need to get it where it's going. I think I said a lot of shit without saying a lot of shit, but hopefully that shit made sense. All right, so now that I've fixed that one thing that was bothering me that sounded off, I need to apply that to the other hook as well. Does it automatically know where the word's in? You mean on the delay? Is that what you're talking about? What you talking about, Ray? And apparently there's supposed to be a hook at the end. Well, I guess I'm supposed to use my judgment. Don't want me to do that. Oh man, I fully agree with that. I could name the Beatles and I can only name Freddie Mercury out of Queen. And I love Queen. All right, let's see what this last section sounds like.
Garbage file in your home directory. I just gave it a filectomy. Gotta bust out John the Ripper. I keep a copy stored on my flipper. Salted her hat.
What the hell did I do over here? Oh. Okay. All right. My bad. When I select a section in any track, does it automatically know where the word's in? No, it doesn't automatically know. I'm specifying. So if I'm selecting, I'm specifying that I want to hear, or if I want to fine tune it. Okay, I see what you're saying. I'm looking at the waveform based on what I'm hearing and what I'm visually seeing. So if I'm hearing that his word ends right here, and you kind of get used to this after a while, it's like this is the start of a word, this is the end of a word, this is kind of a transition between those two words. Same thing here. This one's just a little bit more apparent. This is kind of like either a breath or kind of like a in-between sibilance. And this is the start of the word, this is where that word ends. So you kind of, it's me looking at it and visually pinpointing, okay, he said barn. Barn should end right here. This is kind of what your voice does as you go from barn to burner, and then burner starts right here. So it's a visual thing in addition to using your ears. It's not an automatic thing. Probably are some tools out there now that kind of are a little bit more, you know, like that, but I don't use those.
Garbage file in your home directory.
All right, so I don't need all this.
Garbage file in your home directory. I just gave it a filectomy.
And, you know, I could be more specific with this. Like, I know I don't need filectomy. I just need ectomy. Do I need the file? I don't know.
Did a filectomy.
But you see, that's file, ecto, me. So it's just one of those things that you kind of learn over time, what you're looking at and what you're hearing. Like you spent half a second on file, you spent more time on ecto and a little bit of time on me. And then as I'm processing whether I want all of it delayed or not, I'm thinking through like, how should it sound? Should I really be hearing filectomy delaying in the background, or is it really just the ectomy part? And just kind of making those decisions.
Did a filectomy.
I removed the f, and it's really the alectomy. And I like the way that sounds better. Is it noticeable? Maybe to another engineer, but probably not to AWOL and Ray.
Did a filectomy. Gotta bust out John the Ripper. Did a filectomy. Gotta bust out John the Ripper. Out John the Ripper. I keep a copy stored on my flipper. Copy stored on my flipper. Salted or hashed, it doesn't really matter. Passes are still served to me on a silver platter.
So what do I want to do here?
On a silver platter. Transfer from Chase, then I drink.
No, it doesn't do anything.
Silver platter. Transfer from Chase, then I drain your crypto wallet. Scattered shells in your network. I crack more than walnuts.
All right, this is off. So split this, realign these two pieces here.
Wallet scattered shells in your network. I crack.
Split this part too. Shit.
I crack more than walnuts.
Jesus, AWOL. Jesus. Shift is what I'm looking for. Oops, wrong button. All right. Did not mean to do that.
Wallet scattered shells in your network. I crack more than walnuts.
All right, perfect. Ish.
Wallet scattered shells in your network. I crack more than walnuts. I crack more than walnuts.
I don't think this is necessary. It's fine.
The walnuts.
All right, so now I was asked to decide, does this need a hook at the end? How does this beat end?
I crack more than walnuts.
Let me listen to it. Let's listen to it and decide as a family, even though I'll make a singular decision unless AWOL says something different, whether or not we need a hook at the end.
Ran a port scan on your network. Found an ingress, now you'll get right. Whether Nginx or Apache. You know that my exploits get nasty. Even if I can't find a need,
Okay. Something feels off here.
call your help desk with social. Get nasty. Even if I know that my exploits get nasty.
Did I mess up that chop?
Know that my exploits get nasty. Know that my exploits get nasty. Know that my exploits get nasty. Know that my exploits get nasty.
Let's see if we do this. So I'm going to see what happens here. I'm going to stretch this out a little bit. That's not enough. That's still not enough. There we go. Let's see what this sounds like.
Exploits get nasty.
That sounds better.
My exploits get nasty.
All right.
My exploits get nasty. Even if
It's fine. It's fine. It'll be fine. All right. No, it won't. What do I want to do? I just want to move all this. That.
exploits get nasty. Even if I can't find an easy way in, call your help desk with social engineering. Complain to them that it's been a hell of a day. Get them to reset credentials to your MFA. Now I've got admin on your desktop. Horizontal escalation just top. Horizontal. Horizontal.
Okay. I should have just left that open. So now I'm just going through and I'm cleaning up things that sound slightly off to me. So I've done the main thing of EQ, reverb, all the compression, done everything vocally that I need to do as far as the sound. So now I'm going back and saying, is everything aligned? Do I need a hook at the end? And then after that, I'm going to add some chops and breaks in the actual beat itself and see if, like AWOL said in his notes, that we need to tweak anything with the beat or if it's fine as it is. But we'll do all that stuff.
Horizontal escalation just top. Map out your network architecture. There's plenty of holes I conjecture.
Sometimes AWOL uses words that aren't necessary. Sometimes I take them out without asking him.
Texture. There's plenty of holes.
I don't feel like he needs to say there's plenty. I feel like you can just start the sentence with plenty, but it sounds fine.
Texture. There's plenty of holes I conjecture.
I'm trying to weigh how much would it really change.
Texture. There's plenty of holes I.
Because if I'm singing along, I got to remember to say there's plenty instead of just plenty.
Texture. There's plenty of holes I.
The problem is that it just comes with, cleaning stuff up. I think it's fine. It's fine. I'm leaving it alone.
Texture. There's plenty of holes I conjecture.
I want to see how it sounds though. It's bothering me. I can't. I had to do it. I'm not going to sing along. No, I'm just going to chop shit up and stare at the screen. All right, let's see what happens. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I mean, it's just
plenty.
Let's see. So plenty needs to start about right here.
Plenty of.
All right. So the problem with this is now I have a gap there. Too much. And the problem with pitching things or time shifting things is it then sounds processed.
Plenty of.
Yeah, so that sounds a little bit too robotic. So I might just end up leaving it alone.
Plenty of.
Yeah, it's not worth it. I mean, it's kind of one of those things when you're mixing a session after the fact. Does it make sense to go back and tell somebody to re-record one word? No. So, you try it, see if you can make it sound better in your ears. But if not, how am I doing this with time shift? So what I'm doing just to undo all this stuff here, is what you would do. For example, let's say I wanted to time shift theirs. I'd grab that word. So this kind of goes back to Ray's question of, does it know where the word is? No, you have to look at it and figure that out. So I know this is theirs. You said it pretty quickly, but if I wanted to expand theirs and kind of stretch it out, I'm just moving it so I don't overlap this. But you grab that section, you can do that anywhere, you know, specific or with the grid. But you grab that, you go up to audio suite, then under pitch shift, time shift. So this is how you control how this is going to play back. So 100% regular speed, you can speed it up, increase the percentage, you can slow it down to kind of fit in there. You can transpose it and do all this other stuff if you want to. I'm trying to keep it simple here, but you know, I'm trying to fit it in there. So if I wanted to stretch out further to fit some space, you can do that. So that's pretty much it. But the thing about, so audio suite is good for when you want to do something to a specific selection. So, or whatever you have selected really. So like, instead of applying these to the whole track, you could really EQ just a section of it. So let's say I wanted this one section to sound like it was in telephone. I could do that. I could say, well, I'm gonna take this audio suite, come to my EQ or my noise reduction, whichever one you want to use. I'll just do this one since it's a little bit faster. Say I want a phone effect on it at 95%, render that.
There's plenty of holes like conjecture.
So that's how you specifically, you know, apply something to whatever you have selected. How do I EQ lower notes on the piano to leave room for 808s, but also not make it sound flimsy and weak? I would probably just lower the band just a little bit and then increase the band on the EQ and the kick in the same realm. So you have, it's not gonna, because people talk about like phases and stuff where they collide and everything. It just makes a little bit of space on the piano. So if you lower this a little, just a slight, not a whole lot, probably like this, but then you boost up in the mid to highs, it'll hit that sound of that piano a little bit more crisp, but it'll also let the kick stand out because your kick is going to stand out over what you just dropped down here. So a little bit of balance. You can also pan them a little bit. So you can pan your piano like 10 to 15, 20% to the left or the right, and then probably do the kick half as much. That way it's not like full kick on the left side or whatever, but like kind of counterbalance it a little bit. That way it stands out in people's ears. I typically don't pan kicks, but whatever. I should undo whatever I did here. Where's that? Wait, what am I pressing? 0. Oh no, wrong one. Any other questions? Whatever. All right, let me finish listening.
There's plenty of holes like conjecture. Ransomware deployed and your files are encrypted. Copy of your database downloaded and I zipped it. Hope that you're not hiding anything abhorrent, cause ransom or not, I'm distributing a torrent. For me, it's a really bad habit. Breaking your servers and
do something different. It sounds too much alike. I mean, I want the delay on it, but I also want it to kind of trail off.
There's plenty of holes like conjecture. Ransomware deployed and your files are encrypted. Copy of your database downloaded and I zipped it. Hope that you're not hiding any. For me, it's a really bad habit. Breaking your servers and inhabit. Sites on the target, got to have it. Hide a garbage file, I'll still nab it. For me, it's a really bad habit. Break in your servers and inhabit. Sights on the target, got to have it. Hide a garbage file, I'll still nab it.
Yo, I'm stack smashing, credential hash passing. I'm buzzing at the edges, every value that I pass in. I'm last in, first out. DDoS till you're passed out. Ain't fucking with the front door. Ski mask with the cash route. Oh shit, I think we got another one. I see your broken lock, you know I'm reaching for my cummerbund. Whispering the secret, but you should have sent it out of band. Now that I detected, things are probably getting out of hand. Command line, I detonate the payload. You calling up the...
Oh shits are way too loud.
Oh shit, with the cash route. Oh shit, I think we got another one. I see your broken lock, you know I'm reaching for my cummerbund. Whispering the secret, but you should have sent it out of band. Now that I detected, things are probably getting out of hand. Command line, I detonate the payload. You calling up the FBI and adding to the caseload. You know me, I can hardly let a day go without loading up the cracks and get to spraying it like Fago. Yeah, I'm raging like a juggalo, I'm looking for the bugaboos. I'm poning all the endpoints and accumulating W's. You losing any sleep? I wouldn't let it trouble you, cause sure to use a paper, it ain't much that you could do, blood.
For me, it's a really bad habit. Break in your servers and inhabit. Sights on the target, got to have it. Hide the garbage file, I'll still nab it. For me, it's a really bad habit. Break in your servers and inhabit. Sights on the target, got to have it. Hide the garbage file, I'll still nab it. Garbage file in your home directory. I just gave it a filectomy. Gotta bust out John the Ripper. I keep a copy stored on my flipper. Salted or hashed, it doesn't really matter. Passwords are still served to me on a silver platter. Transfer from Chase, then I drain your crypto wallet. Scattered shells in your network, I crack more than walnuts.
Let's see what it sounds like if we just end it.
In your network, I crack more than walnuts.
We'll have to clean this up.
Transfer from Chase, then I drain your crypto wallet. Scattered shells in your network, I crack more than walnuts. From Chase, then I drain your crypto wallet. Scattered shells in your network, I crack more than walnuts.
Whatever the hell this is at the end. I don't know. We can do two versions here. So we can bounce this out with just the ending there, and then we can also bounce a version out with the hook at the end, and let the client decide for themselves. So what I'm going to do at this point is see if I can do anything to make them sound fancy schmancy.
Ran a port scan on your network. Found an ingress, now you'll get rocked. Whether Nginx or Apache, you know that my exploits get nasty. Ran a port scan on your network. You know that my exploits get nasty.
Doesn't help.
You know that my exploits get nasty. Even if I can't find an easy way in, call your help desk with social engineering.
Now that's bothering me.
Even if I can't. Even if I can't. Even if. Even if
pitch shift, time shift. Are y'all talking about football?
even if I can't find an easy way in, call your help desk with social engineering. Complain to them that it's been a hell of a day. Get them to recite credentials to your MFA. Now I've got an admin on your desktop. Horizontal escalation just top. Horizontal escalation.
Thought we fixed that. Ah, shit. Did I undo something that I did?
Horizontal escalation just top. Horizontal escalation. Horizontal escalation, just top. Map out your network architecture. There's plenty of holes I conjecture. Ransomware deployed and your files are encrypted. Copy of your database downloaded and I zipped it. Hope that you're not hiding anything abhorrent, cause ransom or not, I'm distributing a torrent. For me, it's a real...
I don't really hear any place I could put some drops in. Man, I'd just be forcing it.
Ransomware deployed and your files are encrypted. Copy of your...
Yeah, there's nothing. I mean, the beat has a little bit of downs in it where it kind of already does its job. So nothing on his verse. See about Ray's.
Yo, I'm stack smashing, credential hash passing. I'm fuzzing at the edges, every value that I pass in. I'm last in, first out. DDoS till you're passed out. Ain't fucking with the front door. Ski mask with the cash route. Oh shit, I think we got another one. I see your broken lock, you know I'm reaching for my cummerbund. Whispering the secret, but you should have sent it out of band. Now that I detected, things are probably getting out of hand. Command line, I detonate the payload. You calling up the FBI and adding to the caseload.
I'm gonna try something though. That's probably not gonna work there.
Whispering the secret, but you should have sent it out of band. Now that I detected, things are probably getting out of hand. Command line.
That actually worked. Okay, cool.
Whispering the secret, but you should have sent it out of band. Now that I detected, things are probably getting out of hand. Command line, I detonate the payload. You calling up the FBI and adding to the caseload. You know me, I can hardly let a day go without loading up the cracks and get to spraying it like Fago. Yeah, I'm raging like a juggalo, out looking for the bugaboos. I'm poning all the endpoints and accumulating W's. You losing any sleep? I wouldn't let it trouble you, cause sure to use it paper. It ain't much that you could do, blood.
For me, it's a really bad habit. Breaking...
Losing any sleep? I wouldn't let it trouble you, cause sure to use it paper. It ain't much that
He's got too much of a build up here. Hold on. What is this?
accumulating W's. You losing any sleep? I wouldn't let it trouble you, cause sure to use it paper. It ain't much that you could do, blood.
For me, it's a really bad habit. Breaking your servers and inhabit. Sights on the target, got to have it. Hide a garbage file, I'll still nab it. For me, it's a really bad habit. Breaking your servers and inhabit. Sights on the target, got to have it. Hide a garbage file, I'll still nab it. Garbage file in your home.
All right, I think I'm done with AWOL's track. There's nothing more I can do for this. It's a wrap. All right. So now at this point, I would clean up shit like this that is unnecessary. Well, I mean, that doesn't really do anything. But at this point, because I send the session back to AWOL, so when I zip it up, I'm trying to make it as manageable as possible. So I'm going to clean up all these empty gaps that have nothing in them. It's kind of just not entertaining or exciting stuff, but I'll show you why I'm doing it in 2 seconds. Oh, fuck, I forgot Ray has like 18 tracks. But yeah, that's right. We also shortened the ending, so that's why that's there. All right. I really need to rename Ray's stuff. All right, Ray. Ray main. Let's move this here. Ray main 1. Copy that. Next, Ray main 2. After that is Ray highlights or something, whatever we want to call it. I don't know. Highlights 1. Two. Shit, I don't even know where I'm at anymore. Okay. Ray 2. Give me the loot. Don't need that. Don't need all of this. Don't need all of this. Didn't even use any of that, but I'm just going to leave it there. Okay, so we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to leave all that. Okay, so we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. All right, so I have that. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right, so I'll let. It does affect the sizes. So the yes and no. I mean, see, I don't know. I don't know what the right answer to that, but it's smaller files, more smaller files versus less bigger dead air files. I don't know. But generally what I do at the end is I'll select unused and clear. It's going to tell you this operation clears the selected clips. You want to make sure that, again, it's the unused clips. One time I recorded something for Jacob, selected the used clips and cleared it, and I had to re-record that whole song. But yeah, so it's going to tell you if it's used or, you know, all this other stuff. All right, so I'm cleaning up everything. I still have a bunch of little bitty stuff that you can see here. Ordinarily, if I was going to just extract the vocals, what I would do is select all of this and then consolidate clip, and then that will make them nice and pretty like this. Then you can really clear out all of this stuff. I guess I'll go ahead and do that. I don't know. I've already done it. Right. All right, so clear out all of that other little small things. So now I'm much less as far as files. I can do the same thing for Rays. Just going to leave this as is for right now. And then we bounce it out. So it's not quite done yet, but it's done. So what you want to do after you bounce out any track is then listen to it again. And I say that because how it sounds in Pro Tools is different than how it will sound in your actual system. It could be marginal, could be louder, could be softer, could sound slightly different, but you want to fact check what you did in your session versus how it's going to sound when somebody goes and plays it back. Because there could be times where you say, hey, the vocals sound super loud outside of Pro Tools, but it sounded fine in Pro Tools. So going back way long ago when Rogue asked how much time do you spend on the mix, that's part of that stuff at the end where, yeah, I might be moving knobs and stuff for an hour and a half, but going back and listening to it on different volumes, listen to it on the phone, listen to it on speakers, listen to it in the car. That's how you make sure that your sound is consistent across different things that people have. Because I might be listening on a pair of $300 headphones, but somebody else might be listening on some iPods or some earbuds, whatever the fuck they're called. Somebody else might just be listening in their car. That's the only place that they listen to music. Somebody else might be listening to on their phone speaker. So you want to fact check it in as many different sound settings as possible, just to make sure it's as consistent as you get it. And then after you're done with that, then you master it. So yeah, I'm done here. Done with AWOL song garbage file featuring Raystanz. Since I don't have any co-hosts, this is pretty much it. Any other questions? What else you guys got? When did this happen? Oh shit, what's going on here? Oh, this is spotlighted. Who spotlighted? Did I spotlight this? When did I do that? Oh, there I am. All right, so let me make sure you save. I don't have any issues with Pro Tools crashing on me, but you know, I know the pain of that happened. Voice Changer, yeah, Voice Changer was the only non-standard plugin. And like I said, I'll put the download link for that in the engineering channel. y'all can see if it still works, but it's a really great tool. I was kind of upset that Meta decided to buy the company and then basically shut down all the operations, because I literally just started like using that whole suite of tools more. And they got some really cool stuff in there too, that can help people with different recording environments, because they have a noise remover. So if you have a lot of background noise, you remove that. People who have like mouth noises, like those sounds, there's a declicker. In addition to the de-esser, there's a de-breather. So for people who breathe like Big Pun, you take big breaths in between your words, you can remove those automatically without having to manually go in and slice them up. So they have a whole suite of things in there. They even have a tool that will go in and analyze it and then kind of give you the recommended stuff. I don't use that stuff, but I have that. I have a Ozone suite of things too, but I like these better. I just need to play with these a little bit more. But yeah, it's free now because they're no longer in business. So save you some money on the Ozone stuff, I think. Waves, man, I have nothing against Waves. I've never used it, because back when I was broke rapper and people were using cracked software, I could never get it to run on the computers I had. And then by the time I could afford to buy it and actually utilize it, I had already found other tools that were accomplishing the job. So Waves has some great tools and some plugins. Find whatever works for you. If you like Waves, use Waves. I don't think I had a garbage file, but my computer wasn't up to snuff. I'll put it like that. Like, I couldn't handle all the things that I were trying to do. It was back in the day where you thought, yeah, I'm gonna download every cracked software that everybody else is using, without realizing that, some of those things are resource intensive. So I was downloading shit that I saw people using on like YouTube videos and stuff, but my computer couldn't handle it. Like, I was trying to run shit that was out of my league. So yeah, I tend to avoid subscription. That's the other thing about Waves. I don't like all these things that I have here. I own outright. I don't have any subscription plugins. Auto-Tune, my Ozone suite, all these things I own outright. I don't buy plugin suites where I have to pay for it monthly, because I might go 3 months without using some plugins, depending on what people send me to mix or what I'm mixing for myself. So what sense does it make for me to pay for a plugin every month that I'm not using? Pro Tools was subscription only, and then they reverted back to offering perpetual licenses. I have a perpetual license for this anyways, but which I bought before they changed to subscription only, but they changed it to subscription only for like 8 months last year. And then people complained, and then they've reintroduced a perpetual license. So yeah, my recommendation for you all, whoever you are watching, listening, is, unless you're just like full-time in a studio every day where having a subscription makes sense, I would try to find things that are available where you can own it outright. Like even simple shit. Like, I have yet to use Photoshop since like Photoshop 10, because everything is subscription now. This shit's insane. Like, I'm not Photoshopping every day. It doesn't make sense to me even to pay like $20 a month. Like, I don't Photoshop that much. But if you're a graphic artist and you make a lot of money, it might make sense. I found other shit. So yeah, companies are starting to move towards that subscription model, and it kind of sucks for the end user, because they're going to make more money on people who sometimes need it than they are the people who use it robustly. Pro Tools, I think. So Rogue, you're a student. So if you have an email address, I don't know how it works for Europe and people overseas, but in the US, if you have a student email address, you can use that, and you can get I think you can get Pro Tools for like $200, perpetual license. Without the perpetual license, it's $500. Use your student discounts. For all you young people, whether if you're in college, use your discounts to your advantage. I think I'm still on my student discount of Apple Music and Spotify. Don't tell them I said that. I should probably take this down. Edit that part out. All right, but yeah, let me bounce this out. Bounce it out. So I bounce it out a wave. Like I said, I start the session at 16:44. I'm gonna bounce it out at 24:48 as a wave, and the bounce files. The old version of Pro Tools, you had to listen back to the track when you bounced it out, which was both a good and a bad thing. It forced you to listen to it from start to end, and you can be like, oh shit, I messed that part up. Let me redo it. But at the same time, if you had already listened to it 1,000 times, you had to listen to it 1,001 times to get it bounced out. So thank you for the background processing, Avid. Greatly appreciate that. Yeah, find what you like, man. There's plenty of DAWs out there, different work. All the workflows are pretty much the same. There's nothing miraculous about any one tool that I've seen that's better or lesser than another. But that's it. Any other recommendations that y'all want me to do tonight before I wrap this thing up? I think we had a successful night. No problem. So yeah, I'll try to do this more often. If you have a song that you need mixed, email it to whitecollarrhymes@gmail.com. If we get a bunch of them, then we'll, pick whichever one is the latest and greatest, and we'll try to mix a song every now and then and call it Sunday Mixing with Dice or something. I don't know, some stupid name that makes people feel warm and fuzzy about me sitting here rambling for 2 hours while I move knobs and shit. Let's see. Hold on. Before we get out of here, before we call it a night, who's online? Craps. Yeah, it is a crapshoot. That's for sure. Y'all want to hear some unreleased White Collar Rhymes music? Yay, nay, maybe. Possibly, maybe, no, never. Going once, going twice. All right, guess not. Guess nobody wants to hear us. Fuck us, I guess. All right. Oh, do it. Okay. All right. Oh, should I play something that we recorded in Texas, or should I play some Orange Paint? Jacob, which one? Shout out to AWOL. Thank you, AWOL and Ray, for allowing me to mix this live in the presence of other human beings. Jacob, tell me what I'm playing. Orange Paint? All right. Where's, import. All right, so which track should we play? Play track 13. Look at that. That guy is right on the nose of it. I gave everybody a choice, Ray. 13 is your lucky number? All right, whatever. 13 it is.
Riding
riding the whip, I'm leaning, niggas be fiending, I'm like, so what? Money stack tall, I'm beaming with my team, and I'm like, hold up. Riding the whip, I'm leaning, niggas be fiending, I'm like, so what? Money stack tall, I'm beaming with my team, and I'm like, hold up. Yeah, bitch, I'm back again. That's right, the Mac is in. Motherfuckers gon' pack it in when I'm backing in with wax spin. Y'all know what I'm about, y'all know that I'm south, I keep it so raw. I'm holding it down, she digging my style, so take your clothes off. I'm having codeine dreams, I'm sick though. Put up on squads like a kick though. Beating down blocks like I'm 6'4", run into a tempo, put it to your tempo. Shawty got ass from the bag, pass on the stack, pass on the rack. Let her know that I got cash in the bag, flashing the gas with a smash on the lap. I done had hoes already, I done been chose already. Spin around poles in slow mo, drive a nigga loco, got me going so crazy. I'm a 1980s baby, you ain't gotta like me though, cause I'ma be fine, I'ma get mine. Back it up, stack it up one more time. Riding in the whip, I'm leaning, niggas be fiending, I'm like, so what? Money stack tall, I'm beaming with my team, and I'm like, hold up. Riding in the whip, I'm leaning, niggas be fiending, I'm like, so what? Money stack tall, I'm beaming with my team, and I'm like, hold up.
Hold up, holla at your boys, we tryna make moves. Just a lot of money that ain't even being used. Go around the globe, fuck around the country, move. So be riding with a chick, gotta really do respect. Give it to the game, I'll give it to the neck. Born in the thing when you rockin' with the best. Let's take a trip to the south, take a trip to the crib, take a trip to my couch. Take a zip or an ounce. We can fly to the east, see what Paris is about. We can make a few down, make a few meals, make a new style for the cloud. We gon' make it out, we gon' make it out, no doubt. Hold up, you ain't even know that we really do it like this. Hold up, you ain't even know that we even did it like this.
Hold up, wait a minute. All I ever wanted was the tenant. Windows in my credit, no limit. I said, hold up, wait a minute. All I ever wanted was the tenant. Windows in my credit, no limit. I said, hold up, wait a minute. All I ever wanted was the tenant. Windows in my credit, no limit.
That's Hold Up 2 from Orange Paint, dropping February 23rd. I'll be dropping previews on my Instagram and in the Discord every now and then, so y'all be on the lookout. Me and Jake have been working on this for like a year and a half and some change, just because we took some time off and we had other shit going on, but we picked it back up, finished it out the last couple of months. So like Jacob said, man, I'm excited to get this out. It's different from the stuff that I normally do, but I think it's still some extra special shit. So yeah, check out Orange Paint coming soon. Fuck it, man. Let's listen to one more. Pick one more. We'll listen to one more. I'm feeling myself right now. Pick a number. First number wins. 4. All right. The other cool thing that I'll say about this project, I didn't really process my mind, and I think maybe Jacob did it on purpose, is like half of it is songs that like I picked out the beats and I started out with, and the other half is stuff that Jacob picked out the beats and he started with. So I don't know if other people will be able to pick out which ones are which, but it's like an interesting contrast of like I started out with something I sent it to Jacob, or he started out with something he sent it to me, and it's still all kind of like blended together. So I thought that was dope. So we'll listen to one more before we get out of here. This one's called Been Through.
Ever since a young dude, I was on point. Flipping up a stash, double back stack coins. I ain't never had to claim, but I always got to blame. Made me wonder why I wanna used to always chase the fame. They say don't change, then they wanna call you strange. When you run up in they lame, illuminated like a flame. Suckers ain't the same, brothers wanna claim gangs. And they bang on the block where the kids go hang. 10 toes down in a row, 1 deep. Been cold out, been known that you sleep. I don't need no clout, no beef on the street. I just wanna stack cheese, go sleep, have peace. Problems from the past, wanna hold on tight. People say they down, but they fold like mice. I ain't gotta be right, but I never switch side. If you messing with my pride, I'ma roll on sight. Always ain't the same in the game that I'm used to. Ride around with a hammer in the school. Trying to hold it down in my town, what would you do? When they run up on the people with the boom boom. Got no time for the lies and the voodoo. Keep it moving with the homies like the truth lose. So would've known what the beef would've grew to. Would've did it in the past, would've been through. Always ain't the same in the game that I'm used to. Ride around with a hammer in the school. Trying to hold it down in my town, what would you do? When they run up on your vehicle with the boom boom. Got no time for the lies and the voodoo. Keep it moving with the homies like the truth lose. So would've known what the beef would've grew to. Would've did it in the past, would've been through.
I've been through a lot. Friends turn to enemies. Will I ever stop? Regardless of the situation, finna get the guap. 40 stay cocked, word to my brothers in Stockton. Gotta keep it moving, we ain't got an option. We don't deal with loose lips, we looking at margins. See they getting shot, got socks on the carpet. I ain't slowing down, give me crown, we on starships. Patch push to start, I've been give up on myself. Fifth on my desk, kill the feelings that I felt. Fuck on my face, cause my click moving stealth. If you ever needed help, say fuck them and give them hell. Teach them how to fish, how to stack, how to move. Nations got they busy, but we busier than you. Try to hang me up, but already I burned the news. Still I hold it down so they know I'm astounded. Get my own bread, I don't need no allowance. Don't need no hoes, got a shot and she bounce it. I stay 10 toes, I ain't never go to town. They been in the shadows, cause I'm about alive and towering. I got me a branch, why they still flexing the stick. Shit be getting deep like the bottom of a piss. Saying nothing back, but I guess it's how it is. Really kinda feeling, cause you know I never switch like this. Like
the same in the game that I'm used to. Ride around with a hammer in the school. Trying to hold it down in my town, what would you do? When they run up on the people with the boom boom. Got no time for the lies and the voodoo. Keep it moving with the homies like the truth lose. So would've known what the beef would've grew to. Would've did it in the past, would've been through. Always ain't the same in the game that I'm used to. Ride around with a hammer in the school. Trying to hold it down in my town, what would you do? When they run up on your vehicle with the boom boom. Got no time for the lies and the voodoo. Keep it moving with the homies like the truth lose. So would've known what the beef would've grew to. Would've did it in the past, would've been through.
Right, that was been through me and Jacob. So yeah, we're gonna try to get that shit out there and blow up the streets. Coming out February 23rd. Appreciate y'all for hanging out with me tonight. Tuesday, tune in on this channel, twitch.tv/White Collar Rhymes, the Tuesday show hosted by MCD Rogue, featuring Ryan and Nils as well. We'll be back Wednesday, myself, D-Bird, Nikki, doing some music review on Wednesday. So if you got some tracks that you need some feedback, need an extra ear on, or if you just want to show it off and you don't really care what people think about it, drop it in the Wednesday queue. We'll give it a listen. And then we'll be back next Sunday doing this again, or maybe something else. I don't know what it is, but appreciate y'all for hanging out with us. I'm finna roll out of here, find some dinner to eat. Shout out again to AWOL and Raystanz I. We'll play a little outro track, part of another unreleased track. It's called Glock Out, featuring Passive, myself, and Nikki. But I'm finna skedaddle. Once again, holler at y'all later. Orange paint coming soon. Deuces.
I just really wanna dance with my Glock out. If she bad, fuck around and pull my cock out. I mean, goddamn, shawty, what else could I brag about? I pay no mind to the beat, but I'm a cash cow. Okay, now wait a minute, wait a goddamn minute. I Cupid shuffle till the fucking magazine is finished. I think you niggas need to recognize I'm gon' replenish. I got that 4-5 spinning, but the 9 is timid. Okay, gotta break it out of shell. Give these niggas hell. Only time I'm dancing when these bands stack themselves. Get it by myself or get it with some help. Passive on the mic is like a classic on the shelf. I fucking dance, hit my step. Left, yeah. Right foot, click, clack, booming out the barrel. Coming for my spot. You should stop. This is not a Smith & Wesson.